And welcome to DG360. If you're here, thank you very much. Can we have some applause for everybody that's here? Thank you, Pepe. That's not the applause button. Very funny, Pepe. I'm trying to have a show here. Fart noises are for children. It's not funny. It's not funny anymore. We've determined that fart noises aren't funny. Let's see what the algorithm is up to. Let's see what they found here. Ray's Guide, my least favorite 3.20 feature.
Hello, this is Daniel Raymond, the voice behind Ray's Guide. With 3.19 in live and 3.19.1 stability released in the PTO, we are now properly seeing feature sets appear on the roadmap for 3.20. And since CIG's changed to only including items in the roadmap after they have passed their go, no-go meetings, rather than removing them after they fail their go, no-go meetings, we are likely going to see more added to the 3.20 branch in the next few weeks. And we finally have the first iteration of security on our ships, the trespass system, that will finally let us do something about the oldest and cheesiest form of piracy in the game, the rush up the ramp. This is great. We also have complete rework of Arena Commander, a whole new front end, new spawning options, several new maps. Ironically, the new racing maps mean that this will be the first full planet outside of Stanton that we will see in the game will be in Arena Commander, not the Persistent Universe, and will be Ellis, not Pyro. Even though I am not a frequent visitor to Arena Commander, this is great. Then, of course, the massive hull seat, which also implies that we are going to be having some additional features for the cargo refactor and trade rebalance that will be necessary to make the hull C actually viable. As a hull C owner, although only temporarily until I give it away to one of you guys, this is great. But you may be wondering.
By the way, we're giving a Liberator here, just a plug for DG360 during Ray's video.
Hold it. Isn't the title of this video my least favorite 3.20 feature? Is there some feature that I'm expecting to be added that has me upset? No, although there's plenty of time for that still to happen. No, the feature is already there. The part that I don't like about the 3.20 release is the 20 part, or perhaps more accurately, the 3 part. The last really honest update we received about server meshing Pyro and all that was just over a year ago in a letter to the chairman titled Year in Review. It included a large chart, the latter part of which I have clipped here. It stated an aim of getting an early tech preview onto the PTU of server meshing by the end of the year. That was the end of last year. 3.19 contained no cards in this release view in the category of core technology, so the general presumption is that 3.19 fits here. Where does 3.20 fit? It is clearly not here, and with no communication or core tech cards on the release view, it feels like it fits here. Now you see why it is my least favorite feature. Clearly this old chart is completely blown. There's no need to go over the entire sordid saga of the struggles of 3.18. But how to sort out what is going on with all that is following it? There is a real need for another update letter from the chairman, or if not from Chris, somebody suitably high up in the core technology group at CIG. Our understanding of what is happening and what is going to happen is completely unmoored at this point. It needs that reset. And to get right to the technical heart of it, is the entity graph database and the replication layer meeting the necessary levels of being high capacity, low latency at scale? To review those for those not database engineers, capacity is how many changes can be done in a minute, latency is how soon after getting a change it is completed, and scale is having lots of changes thrown at it rapidly. Because bugs, well, bugs you can fix. Optimizations can also be done. But not being able to handle high capacity, low latency at scale is why Pcache was abandoned for iCache and why iCache was abandoned for the entity graph. If the entity graph is also stumbling on those same rocks, well, we have a problem, and we deserve...
Yeah, they do. They do. I'm speculating here, but they do. I mean, this is where they're at. The rubber's meeting the road, and they're up against the wall, and I think that they do. I think that they do, and I think that's what's going on. I think the chess move that we've seen, where they're looking at Arena Commander 2.0, and with the new maps and the new modes and everything that they're doing right now is diversion. It's a brilliant chess move by Cloud Imperium. This is exactly what's going on right now. They're up against the wall here, and they're trying to figure this out, and it's not working right now. Doesn't mean it's not going to. It just means it's going to take a longer amount of time. I think that's what people need to start realizing here. We always knew this was going to be a problem. Technically speaking, I don't think it has really ever been done in the capacity in which Cloud Imperium needs it to get done to fulfill the promises given to us over a decade ago. But we always knew in the back of our head that we would get here. Okay? So now that we are here, the interesting thing is, to me, is that the people who are knowledgeable about this, you know, I'm not trying to throw Ray under a bus here or anybody else like this. These men and women, content creators, are knowledgeable about this. Most are, that speak of it this way. They, I feel, always knew we would get here. This is going to take a lot of time. And yes, Ray is right on this account. They need to be more transparent about this. Absolutely, professionally speaking, they need to address this. They've needed to address this now for, I would say, the better part of 7 months, give or take. That's my evaluation of what's going on here. It's admirable that they want people to have better experiences, but do not doubt this, what they are doing. What they are doing here is they are creating experiences that are better experiences, or supposedly going to be better experiences for us, that keeps that gamer retention through Arena Commander and all the modes that they have and new maps to keep us satiated so they can tackle this. And it's going to take a long time. And they've realized it's going to take them a long time and that it's not technically doable right now in terms of how they've approached it. And they're going to have to get Benoit on overdrive on this. And it's going to take a long time. We always knew we would get here. We're here now. So, you know what? It's going to take time, guys. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's, are we there yet? 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 We've heard this. We've heard this. We've heard this. We all know this. We all feel it. The veterans, at one point, the newbies, they play enough of it. They start to learn more and more about it. They start to realize this, right? And then they know it. And then you see it happen to them. And it's a cycle of it. And we get to this point. Well, we're finally here. We got to it. Okay, so we have to now take a breath, and when we hear from the back seat while driving, are we there yet? We look around and we say, no, we are not there yet. It's really as simple as that. Are we willing to wait for it? I think most of us are. I think, why else would we still be here? We want the everything game. So let's just address the big elephant in the room. We're always going to be at this inflection point until they solve it. Are we there yet? No. Do we want to get there? Yes. Do we want to stop the car at the side of the road and just say, fuck it? I'm sure there's a lot of people in Cloud Imperium that say that. I'm sure there's a lot of backers that have done that. Right? Does that mean we should give up? No, it doesn't. Should Thomas Edison have given up after a couple hundred tries? We wouldn't have fucking light bulbs if he did. This is what it takes to do, to be a dreamer and to succeed and to get to the end point and to be there. To be there means that you don't go the easy route and roll your eyes and go, well, fuck it. You're the person that's going to fucking walk that car there if you have to get it where it has to go. And you're going to do it. And that's what makes the difference. And do I think that the team behind the wheel is going to get us there? Yes. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. And neither would you. So people, it's going to take time. If you're not happy with it, play another game. It is really that simple. Come back to it. See what's happened with it, right? Us hardcore veterans know it's going to take a long time. And we'll still be here. Hi, I'm still here. Been covering this since 2014. Trust me, I've been upset a lot. But I know what it's going to have to take. It's going to have to take balls. to get this thing done. It's going to have to take heart to get this thing done.
Yes, sir. Can I get an amen? Yes.
I think I'm done. But thank you, Ray.